gotten along with his ex-wife great. She actually lives in the house next door to us.
That's not weird. That's not weird.
Yeah.
You are finding out 18 months into this relationship that your husband is a coward and he's not a man to be respected. At some point, you have to sit down and say, "What up? What up? What up?" This is John with the Dr. John Delony Show. Coming to you live, but not live, from Nashville, Tennessee. Taking your calls from real people going through all kind of challenging times. And it is a wild time to be alive. And I'm grateful that you're with us. There's a billion podcasts you could be checking out, and you're spending your time with us, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so, so much. Let's go out to Oklahoma City and talk to Elizabeth. What's up, Elizabeth?
Hi, Dr. John. Oh, this is wild. Hi.
It's wild for me, too. I don't talk to Oklahomans very often, so this is a big deal for me.
Oh, well, potential NBA champion.
If that's what it takes for y'all to feel good about yourselves, then so be it.
You know what? Between that and the tornadoes, we take what we can get.
Hey, you know what? Very, very fair. Very fair. So what's up?
Oh, gosh. I really don't honestly even know where to start.
Belly flop.
I also wasn't nervous until you answered.
No, it's all good. Just swan dive in.
Yeah, so I guess I'll kind of start with my question. I just really need some wisdom and guidance and advice about how I can be the best wife and stepmom I can be as my new little family is going through a situation that's really hard and really scary and honestly just kind of traumatic.
Okay.
And one that my husband is really struggling with, but is also one where we need to be making very quick and very decisive decisions and taking action to keep our kids out of danger.
So, can I cut through all of this before you even tell me what's going on?
Yeah.
You have a super simple, not easy, but a super simple path forward, and that is making sure children are safe, period. End of story.
Yeah, that's where I am coming from all of it.
Okay.
But I am also, it's all to do with his ex-wife and his kind of family, so I'm relatively new to the equation.
Okay. All right, so tell me what's going on.
So we've only been married for about 6 months, together for a little over a year before that. He has 2 kids who are 10 and 3, and I don't have any. This is our second marriage for both of us. We're in our 30s. And we have gotten along with his ex-wife great. She actually lives in the house next door to us.
That's not weird. That's not weird.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like
I won't make an Oklahoma joke, but I want to.
You are free to. It's probably nothing I haven't thought.
I'm just playing. All right, so go ahead.
So honestly, she and I have always gotten along really, really well. She's been super friendly and welcoming to me. And I adore these kids. They're just the coolest little humans, and I'm so blessed to be in their life. I'm just so excited to get to have this new little family, and it's been a challenge for sure, but it's just been beautiful. My husband and her have a very complicated relationship, and their divorce was not friendly at all. And it's only recently that they've been able to be on good terms. But because of that, he somehow has just become convinced that if he does anything to make her upset, that she can just up and decide to take the kids away from him. We have 50-50 custody.
So where are the kids not safe?
With her, because she's a meth addict who we caught using meth when we got a call from the hospital that she had been using meth in front of the kids, had left it out, and their 3-year-old had gotten into it.
So I'm struggling here that there is any sort of hesitation on anybody's part for anything.
Yeah, that's what I say. To be honest, I had been seeing red flags from her the entire time.
No. Hold on. Let's take her completely out of the equation.
Yeah.
She is a single mom struggling with meth. Okay?
Yeah.
That is what that is. There's a period at the end of that sentence. You can do nothing about her, so I don't want to think about her. I don't want to talk about her red flags.
Yeah.
because it allows you to avoid the most significant red flag, and it is draped across the person sleeping next to you in your bed.
No, and that's what I'm trying to call about, because I have been bringing these things to him.
No, there's no. Oh man, yeah. I'm sorry. I get all. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'll quit interrupting you.
Oh no, I've been the one who's been sitting here saying we need to be doing something now. We took immediate possession of the kids, and she has not gotten them back.
And have y'all filed a court injunction, or not you, but Dad? Has he filed a court injunction to terminate parental rights immediately?
No.
Okay,
and
that has to happen today. That has to happen today.
That is what I am telling him, and I am just baffled. I see him. So he has a lot of trauma, and I'm not making excuses for him, but I can see the fear and the anxiety and the stress. He is terrified that if he does anything and I don't understand where his fear comes from, but I see him having a mental breakdown in front of me over the thought of it. We have met with a lawyer.
Over the thought of what?
He is just genuinely convinced that if he says anything, that she will just take the kids away and that he'll never see them again, and the court will side with her and he'll lose them forever.
That's insanity.
And I have no idea why.
Yeah.
And I have no idea.
Does he have demons in his closet that you don't know about?
Not that I know of.
Is there a chance he's actively using meth with her?
No, he's not. I know 1,000% he's not.
Okay, so what he is afraid of is irrational.
Yes.
But here's the thing. The irrational fear he has is endangering children.
Yeah, yes.
And so
100%.
you have to be the next rational adult on behalf of these children.
Yeah. And that's what I have been trying, everything that and honestly, I haven't towed the line of legality, but I have been doing everything that I physically can. I've called DHS on her. She has a boyfriend who's a felon. I've been talking to his probation officer almost every single day. I track where she is in relation to the kids, so the kids are safe. And I've been doing everything I can to keep the kids' schedules normal, to keep them happy, to keep them focused, to make sure that they feel safe and protected and loved and valued. And I'm just doing everything I can, but it is just so limited. And I just see him breaking, but I see all of this potential danger around us. And I don't understand why he's not moving or why he's not doing things or why he's so afraid, but I don't know what else I can do.
Oh, man. I mean, there's several different things happening here. If he's having a mental breakdown, then you and him, but especially him, but he won't go by himself. Y'all are going to have to go get psychiatric care now.
Yeah, I don't think it's to that level.
Okay, so here's the only play you have. And I'm saying this not just because you're a wife. I'm saying this because you're a citizen. You're a human being. Mm-hmm. And you're clearly a good person. It is saying, by the end of today, I will file an injunction to terminate her rights as a parent.
Yeah.
And honestly, Elizabeth, I don't even know if you can do that. I don't know the laws in the state of Oklahoma, but that's what you need to put on the table in front of him. Because here's the deal. You have this issue with these kids, and you've known them for 18 months. You love them. They're fun to be around. It's been nice, this idea that y'all are all going to be this happy little co-family. All that makes sense, and I get the sentiment and how cool it would be if it all worked out. It's not. It won't, and it's not. It's actively not working out.
Yeah.
The bigger deal is you are finding out 18 months into this relationship, 6 months into this marriage, that your husband is a coward and he's not a man to be respected.
Yeah, and that's where I'm starting to find myself as I'm losing respect for him.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
And that's the unspooling. Because we all know the right thing to do is to take care of these kids.
Yeah.
And I am not in a position here to beat up on somebody who's struggling with meth. She's clearly got demons. What I am in the business of doing is I will protect these kids.
Yeah.
And that means at some point your husband is blocking you from taking care of these kids.
Yeah.
Or more importantly, he's not burning the next door neighbor's house down to defend his children.
Yeah. And I have told him that it blows my mind that I have to be asking him if he's going to protect his kids.
What does he say to that?
I can tell that he genuinely, truly wants to. And I don't know if it's just like the cloud of fear or whatever.
What is he afraid
else it
of?
is that
He's legitimately afraid that with a hospital report that said a 3-year-old got into meth.
So part of that, and this is just, I guess, information. So whenever we were not present, obviously when it happened. So when he went to the hospital, she didn't put my husband's name on any of the release forms, or like the HIPAA forms. So I am 99% sure that that's what the hospital report says. But we don't know for sure because we can't access it.
But your husband can go there to the hospital with a court order. It's easy.
So that's what we did meet with a lawyer to do.
You don't need to meet with a lawyer. You just need to take the divorce decree into the hospital and say, that's my child.
They told us we couldn't. But
with the divorce decree?
Yes. And they told us that if his name wasn't on the form, they couldn't release the files. But then they also didn't call DHS on the whole thing, which that blew my mind.
Yeah, this hospital's they're in dangerous ground right now.
That's what it's secondary, but there's just so many pieces that I'm now seeing that are like all kind of coming together, but nobody's doing anything. And I feel like I'm the only one that cares.
Yeah.
But I am still just kind of struggling with how do we move forward, and how do I kind of help him keep that momentum and help us keep that momentum, even though the lawyer is going to be working on stuff, so that will also help. But how do I keep the support and kind of help him come back and refocus?
At some point, you have to sit down and say, I have completely lost respect for you as a man, as the man I married.
Yeah.
And here is the path you're going to have to walk to regain that respect for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't respect a man that doesn't go do whatever it takes to get his kids.
Yeah.
Period. And we don't tiptoe around it. We don't. We swing first and then we ask questions later when it comes to the health of my safety of my children.
Yeah. I
would be banging on the door of the hospital. I can't wrap my head around y'all showing up with a divorce decree. And I don't know if that's just HIPAA training is just 101, but that you show up with a decree and a mother who has methamphetamine in her system didn't put me on the list, and then looking at the divorce decree going, yeah, for sure this is your kid. That's a madness to me.
Yeah, the whole thing, how that whole situation played out. They didn't let her leave with their son. They let his grandparents come and take him home. But yeah, just all of that, and how they didn't notify the authorities or anything like that. I'll still, I just can't comprehend that.
Well, it might be named the Elizabeth and your husband Memorial Hospital there, and wherever the kids were. But that's a secondary issue. Issue number one is making sure those kids are safe.
Yeah.
And they're in your house right now.
And that's all I want. Yes.
Okay. Issue number 2 is the marriage you had is over.
Yeah.
The guy you thought you were married to is not who you thought he was.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll give him the tiniest shred of grace I can give, because I have a hard time with kids. People who don't take action with helping children. But he's frozen in time. Here we are. Cool. Here is your path, husband. And then at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, question number 1, did I do all I can to keep these 2 children who are not mine safe? And my hope is, listening to you, I would assume that if you lived on some random street and you were still single, and you heard this happening 3 houses down, you would do the same thing you're doing right now, which is why you're a good citizen. I wish every citizen was like you. But you're looking at your husband now and saying, okay, here is the path forward. I have lost respect for you, period. I would expect the man I'm married to go to the ends of the earth for his children. You have not. So to earn this back, this is what must be true. We don't sleep until there's a temporary injunction. We have a court date on the books ASAP to terminate parental rights, period. If there's any secrets that he hasn't told you, now's the time. Because the only thing I can think of that he is scared of is that she's got dirt on him that you don't know about.
I mean, and that could.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me right now is that she's going to say, oh, yeah, well, the first person who gave me meth was this guy. Or have you seen checked his search history? Like, that's what's going through my head right now.
Yeah.
And then if it's like, this isn't, you've heard me use this line on the show, not by your hand, but in your lap. We're moving.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have to move. We shouldn't be the one, but we are getting out of this mess. The house goes on the market next week.
Yeah.
Because this little happy fantasy family, it's over. It just is what it is.
Yeah. I had the locks changed on the house and everything.
Yeah, but they're next door. I mean, the kids are going to go outside to check the mail, and boyfriend is going to say, hey, Mom, who knows?
Yeah, well, I don't let them outside if I'm not there.
And that's not a childhood, right? That's not a childhood.
No.
That's prison. We don't want them growing up like that. And so I think you lay out very clearly, here's what must be true. And you have to be able to exhale, not be happy with, not be angry, not be enraged, not be heartbroken, but you have to exhale through. He might look at you and say, I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have to live in that reality.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're living in that reality now. You're just not putting it on the table.
Yeah, because it seems like after a little while he will take a step, and then after a little while longer he will take another step. So I'm just kind of constantly gently pushing and waiting for that next step.
Is that the guy you want to be married to?
No.
No, it's not. Forget the marriage part. Is that the guy you want raising kids next door to you? No. No. And I hope Mom goes to rehab, and I hope Mom gets well, and I hope Mom does all the work she needs to do to be able to see her kids, because kids need to see their mothers. And I hope she goes to rehab and stops letting felons come around, all that stuff. I hope that to be true. Right this second, we have an emergency. Thanks for the call, sister. I'm so sorry. This is a heartbreaking moment. You're the adult in the room right now. And I wish that wasn't the case, but you're the one. And so let's go full steam ahead. Thank you so much for the call. When we come back, a woman wonders how to remain calm during conflict. It's Cozy Earth time. Listen, just hearing the term 9 to 5 is a drag. It makes you think of your boss with coffee breath, coworkers that don't have any boundaries, or trying to work from home with kids running around and dogs barking all the time. All of it. It's too much. That's why Cozy Earth wants to make your 5 to 9 the time that matters most, the most comfortable part of your day. Cozy Earth is a big part of how my wife and I make our home warm and cozy. My wife loves her Cozy Earth pajamas, and she gets into them as early as possible without being weird. And I love the Cozy Earth towels, I love the Cozy Earth sheets, and I love the Cozy Earth t-shirts and pants because they're soft and breathable, but they're also really tough. I can wrestle in the front yard with my kids. I can go for a long run with my son wearing them, and they're amazing. Plus, my whole family loves sleeping on Cozy Earth's temperature-regulating sheets. They naturally wick away heat and moisture from our bodies, and they help us sleep several degrees cooler. Cozy Earth is so confident that they offer a 100-night sleep trial. You can try out these sheets during the hottest nights of the year, and if you don't absolutely love them, return them hassle-free. And of course, Cozy Earth offers a 10-year warranty on all bedding products for a decade of great sleep. Go to CozyEarth.com/Delony and use code Delony for 40% off their best-selling temperature-regulating sheets, apparel, and more. Trust me, you're going to feel the difference the very first time you use their gear. That's CozyEarth.com/Delony and code Delony to save 40% off your entire order. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, stay cozy. All right, we're back. Hey, take 2 seconds, and hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And if you are listening to this on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, if you'll just subscribe to the show, it makes such a huge difference. Thank you so, so much. Let's go to Columbus, Ohio, and talk to Lindsay. What's up, Lindsay?
Hi, Dr. John. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Awesome.
I wanted to thank you for just everything. I listen to your podcast a lot, and I use your conversation cards, so I really appreciate you.
Well, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you.
My question is, how do I keep my cool when faced with conflict? Ever since I could remember, I have struggled with conflict, people getting mad at me, raising their voice. It makes me feel so anxious and uncomfortable. Sometimes I run from a problem because I'm worried about what other people are going to say and stuff like that.
And it's been going on most of your life, huh?
Yes.
Do you have a parent who struggled with substance abuse?
No. My mom struggles with depression.
Okay. All right. Have you pretty much been a caretaker your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Dad?
He's in the picture.
Okay.
Very much so. Very loving guy. I think sometimes he doesn't know how to help either.
Ah, okay. So, are you married? You got kids?
No, I'm single.
How old are you?
30.
30. Okay. So, give me an example of a recent situation, the one that you were like, dude, I got to call this show.
I would say the most recent one that I had, gosh, I mean, there's so much, but I think one of them was I am a retail manager of a store, and I was on a call with a bunch of other managers, and we were just kind of having like a day to learn about stuff and talk with everybody and learn something from each other. And it was about emotional intelligence. And I had brought up what you say on the show a lot, the calm is contagious and facts are kind or something like that. And this other manager just kind of butted into my conversation and was like, well, that is silly advice, and you have no idea what I'm going through, and just started raising his voice, and I was just kind of started going in a loop in my brain, and I couldn't stop.
What was the loop?
So I usually fall back to like, did I say something wrong? Am I a bad person? It usually gets to there, but usually there's something else on loop that I can't quite remember at the moment, but that's usually what it falls to.
How honest can you be with me on this call?
I think pretty honest.
Okay. When I asked you about your dad, you immediately jumped to his defense. And that often is a signal for me. It's less the people that we can be honest about or probably over dramatic about. It's the people that we jump to defend real fast that often may hold a key or two. So Dad was a loving guy, a always there guy. What was underneath that?
I don't know. I guess.
How did Dad show you he was mad?
You know what? It was usually, it was both parents. Both parents had an effect on me.
Okay. But let's stay with Dad for a second.
Okay.
When Dad got mad, what did he do?
Well, sometimes there was yelling.
Okay.
But it never got physical. It never got.
No, don't care about that. Nobody's hitting you right now. Tell me about when he, like, a yelling incident.
There was one time where I was a kid. I spilled something on the carpet.
Yeah.
And he was like, Mom is going to be so mad at you. Look what you did. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Exhale for me. And I want you to pull your shoulders all the way down. Okay. 2 important things here. Number 1, you know what kids do? They spill stuff. Why? Because they're kids.
Yeah.
The second thing is, most importantly, it was never your job to be the emotional centerpiece of your home when you're a kid. You're a kid.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad aren't supposed to anchor into you. It's supposed to be the other way around. Right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't surprise me that on a work conference call that some guy listens to what you're saying and immediately runs over you and immediately tells you you're stupid. And that immediately the boss, the supervisor over all you managers on that call becomes your mom again. And you got to make sure she doesn't hear, see, or what's going to happen. Like it just replays itself.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you that to let you know there's not something wrong with you. Your body's just running the machine back. Okay?
Thanks.
That's what it's trained to do. The real question I have for you is, and it's a lot of work and it's not fun, but are you interested in not shutting down moving forward?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Or this idea of I'm going to stand up on my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Or your coworker can have a perspective. I don't know what he's going through, but I'm not going to own whatever he's going through. And if he runs over me and says what I just said is stupid, if he says calm is contagious is stupid and facts are your friends is stupid, okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right.
It's like, it's just like, the sky is not blue. And you're like, you know what? Okay. I'm not.
Right.
Like, you can have a good day. But at some point, it's you making the choice. Because the problem is not with your coworker. The problem is that somehow you've attached your well-being, your intelligence, your overall emotional health to what anyone else in your sphere is going to say.
Yeah.
And that's the way your nervous system's programmed because you had to since you were a little kid.
Right.
And it's just choosing that when your body and by the way, I'm making it sound so insanely simple. It's not. But when somebody runs over you like that and says, oh, you have no idea. Oh, it must be nice. You don't even have any kids. You're just that you feel your body shrink a little bit and you feel like get anxious from that separation and you take a big deep breath and you exhale and then you force yourself to smile and drop your shoulders. And you whisper to yourself, he doesn't get a vote.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then choose to lean back in. Sounds like you have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And when you take a breath and let somebody just rant and rave, that's his move.
Mm.
He will enter into every room with, I'm so busy. You have no idea what. That's cool. That's not going to impact me because I got a pretty good life.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you lean back in or I'm going to say lean back in. I don't say step back in and say, sounds like you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Then you kind of take all the bullets out of the gun. Because what you're saying in that moment is, I see you. I hear you. I don't care. Or I care. I can't do anything about it. Right? But my question ultimately for you is, as an adult, clearly you're good at what you do professionally, right?
I hope so.
No. That's an answer to a mom who struggles with depression. I'm asking you, just 2 adults. You're pretty good at what you do?
Yes.
What's your growth opportunity in your current job?
Honestly, I think it's really just letting these problems not get to me.
No. Is there a chance you're going to run this whole operation someday?
Probably not.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay. All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick up a book by Harriet Lerner, Lerner.
Okay.
And the book is called The Dance of Anger. And it's written specifically to women who, by the way, just socially are trained. Your job is to make sure everything is peaceful socially.
Yeah.
And then you have an extra focus on, no, I had to do this so my house wouldn't explode.
Yeah.
And then over time, what that book will teach you to do, it'll walk you through it's got a lot of cool case studies in it, but you kind of just walk through it. And you're going to have to at some point decide, I'm going to sit with a counselor and begin to practice some of these things so that when they happen and I feel them in my body, I can exhale and then take the next right step, which is, I hear you. But we need to, being calm is contagious. I just heard you not be calm, and that was contagious too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, right.
And I promise you there will be ramifications to that. That guy will talk about you when you're not in the room.
Yeah.
And other people will begin to gently tilt their head your way because you become a sturdy presence. You can get the audiobook of The Dance of Anger. It's great. And I want you to listen to it and read it. Anybody, it's written for women. I took a lot out of it. But anybody who has been forced into this role and you have found yourself as a 25-year-old, a 35-year-old, or 55-year-old, it's my job to take care of everybody else. And it's my job to get in these loops of fights and anxiousness. And I find myself blaming everybody else for my situation, whether at work, whether at home, or whether in your marriage. Check out this book and walk through it step by step. It's one of the old school masterpieces. It's an old book, but it is good. But I think it would address exactly where you're at right now. And then you're going to have to go to a counselor and you have to sit down and say, I want to break this cycle. And I want you to give me some tools. I don't want to rehash my past. My past is my past. I want to get some tools to break these cycles so that when mom goes to play 1 and then play 2 and then play 42 of, I'm making you feel guilty. It's your fault. Oh, you hate me. Oh, I'll just be here by myself then with your dad. You know that. It's going to give you a step-by-step play. And I want you to practice that with your therapist, with a counselor. And it will, over time, set you free. And then you're going to deal with the real existential anxiety because then what comes next in your life is going to be up to you. You get to choose. You get to choose. Thank you so much for the call, Lindsay. Hey, your bravery right now will help a whole bunch of people because this is a very pervasive issue. And for everybody listening, if you will go through this healing process, it might take 1 month, it might take 2 years of standing up on your own 2 feet. And when your mom says, you should not give your kid that kind of bottle because and you say, hey, I need to practice standing on my own 2 feet as a mother or as a father. And so this is what I'm going to do. And I'm not asking you for your advice. I'm just asking you for your love and your care. Oh, you think I'm stupid? And you learn to wade into that. Then we don't have to cut off everybody in our world. We don't have to end every relationship and break up with our parents and not see each other because that's how family systems change. When one person says, I'm going to start standing on my own 2 feet. Thank you so much for the call, Lindsay. I appreciate you being brave. We come back. A man asks how to cope with his anxiety after the birth of a baby. I love poncho shirts, and they are back as a supporter of this show, and I'm super jazzed about it. If you've seen me on stages across the country, maybe in the airport, on this show, or recently even when I was out fishing with my son in the Gulf, right? Or maybe you've even seen me mowing my yard out here in Nashville. I'm almost always wearing poncho shirts. Poncho makes the absolute best outdoor performance shirts for men, period. Whether they are sponsoring this show or not, I'm always wearing poncho because they're the best. Of course, I love their denim shirts and their insanely soft flannels, but now that it's super hot, I'm wearing Poncho's ultralight shirts too. They're really lightweight, they're breathable, yet they're tough enough to handle whatever chaos my day brings. And I'm talking everything from traveling to being up to my chest, fishing in the surf, or doing yard work. These shirts move with you, not against you. And they dry fast, and they don't cling or bunch up, and they come in slim or regular fits, so you're not walking around town looking like a sausage link or a circus tent. Head over to ponchooutdoors.com/Delony and try them out for yourself. Right now, new customers get $10 off their first purchase. Just sign up with your email. That's ponchooutdoors.com/Delony, and you gotta trust me, Poncho ultralight shirts are gonna turn into a summer essential for you too. All right, let's go up north and talk to Stephen in Toronto, Ontario. What's up, Stephen?
Hi, Dr. John. It's an honor to talk to you.
It's an honor to talk to you, brother. What's up?
Hey, so we just welcomed our second daughter into this world 3 weeks ago today.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. And what I wasn't expecting was a freight train of anxiety. So, so I'm just wondering, I'm looking for tools, some ways to maybe cope with it, or maybe get to the bottom of what's causing it, just so I can be more present with my family and with my 2 girls and with my wife.
I love this, man. Great question. How old is your first?
Our first is only 1.5 years.
Oh, so 2 kids under 2. That's easy. Good call, Steven.
Yeah, there's just like poop and pee everywhere. So that's kind of where we're at.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So tell me about one thing I want to take off the table. We're not going to cope with anxiety, okay?
Okay.
And you've probably heard me talk about this. I'll reiterate it for people who are new to the show. I like to think of anxiety, not pathological anxiety, but I like to think of anxiety as simply a smoke detector. It's just letting us know something in our life is off, or several things in our life is off. Or as the great Dr. Wendy Suzuki from NYU says, anxiety is really a friend. It can be an annoying, loud, obnoxious friend, but it's a friend just trying to get your attention because your body's identified some things in the environment that are not okay, that might not be safe, okay? So if I was to ask you, as you're painting your world right now, what is your body trying to get your attention about?
It's definitely like I feel like the tension, like especially when I'm holding our new daughter, or just kind of being around her has been kind of tense for me. Not like that. It wasn't like that at all with our first. It was like with our first was kind of like an immediate, like, I love you. Like, this is amazing. But this one's been different, and it's kind of thrown me off quite a bit.
Let's back out of that one. Okay. Let's back out of your actual daughter, because she's not the issue.
Okay.
What about having a second kid? How has that impacted your marriage over the last 3 years? Because essentially your wife has been pregnant for pretty much 3 years.
Yeah.
Pregnant or nursing for 3 years. How's your marriage?
Right. Honestly, like, really great. Like, kids were something that we were really passionate about going into this, and something we like really worked on. And like part of our vision was like, we really want a big family.
I want a lot of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes getting them reveals like, oh, wow. Right?
Yeah.
But your marriage is good. Like, y'all are communicating well. You're able to talk to each other about what you need, all that stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Yeah, my wife's incredible. Yeah.
Well, people can be incredible, but still not communicate well. You can be a great person and not good at the skill of being married. Those are two different things. But I trust you.
Yeah.
If it's going good, as good as it can be with 2 kids under 2, right? It's just chaos, right?
Yeah.
How is your finances?
Yeah, that's a tough spot. For sure.
No, you just tried to go around it. Let's go right through it. I'm with you. Let's walk right through the middle of it. What's the state of your finances?
We got some savings, but in terms of like end of the month,
I don't care about that. Tell me about your finances.
Okay. We got debt. We got lots of debt.
Okay.
We are not making maybe as much income as we'd like, or
Okay.
I'm not making as much income as I'd like.
Ooh, very good.
And the end of the month comes up and like the margins are pretty thin.
Okay. How much do you owe?
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, there's like 15 grand in like consumer debt and a car.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a mountain of student loans.
If you were to take a
From
yellow
those
pad and just a pen, and I don't know how old you are, but that's an ancient technology. If you just took a pen and a piece of
Yeah.
paper and wrote down, here's how much me and my wife owe other people. How much is that?
Yeah. Probably around $65,000, something like that.
Okay. And
Yeah.
do y'all have a house or are you renting?
We're renting.
Okay. How much is your rent every month?
It's about $1,550 all included.
Good grief. That's pretty cheap for a Toronto apartment, huh?
Yeah, we're really blessed. It was a good find. Yeah.
So how much do you make a year?
About like household income is around 65.
Okay. So right now, you're 100% leveraged.
Yeah.
The annual income you bring home, is that total or is that take home?
That's take home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you owe exactly what you bring home on a yearly basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're in a rent situation that's good now that might go up. So let me just say this. Your body would be failing you if it let you sleep all night right now.
Mm.
Okay?
Mhm.
Because it is recognizing we have an emergency here. We just added another human to a scary financial situation.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So hear me say this. Your body's not broken. There's not something wrong with you. It's doing exactly what it should be, which is to ring every alarm it has and says, hey, we got a problem.
Mhm.
How big is your apartment?
It's 2 bedrooms. It's a nice size, but
there's 4 of you now.
It's gonna be challenging.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And if you're like most modern families, do you have car seats and diapers and strollers shoved inside this apartment everywhere? Are you surrounded by stuff?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So your body would be failing you, surrounded by all of these material possessions and clutter and shenanigans and chaos. If it let you sleep all night, knowing there's stuff everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the state of your physical health? Are you exercising? You getting out? You sleeping?
Well, sleep's a limited resource at the moment, but luckily, like our second's been sleeping pretty well, so we try to get that where it can.
Okay, you did a great job avoiding my question. Completely avoided it, but I well played. That's a good dad, right? What is the state of your sleep and your physical health?
I would say definitely needs improvement.
Okay, not good.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No.
And listen to me. I'm not judging you. I'm just, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put some things on the table.
Yeah.
What's the state of your friendships? When's the last time you hung out with the guys?
Probably like the week before we had our daughter, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
We've had some people over to visit and see her, and like a couple buddies of mine. So that's been good.
I mean, but they came over inside your chaotic, full 2-bedroom apartment with 4 people, and they had to move diapers and wet wipes out of the way, right?
Yeah.
So that is you performed for some friends, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm,
But I'm talking about guys you can get away with, and you can drop your shoulders, and you can go, whoa.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When there's 2 of you taking care of one, that's different. When now it's man to man, that's a different game. It's not a bad game. It's just a different game, right? So here's all the things I'm telling you. You have a built-in system of a couple of things I've heard you say, okay? You have somehow equated putting the truth on the table with something is wrong. Or I'm going to put something on I'm going to put truth on the table, and there has to be somebody to blame. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be tired if you have 2 kids under 2 inside of a 2-bedroom apartment. You're supposed to be. And we're not blaming any kids. We're not blaming our wife. We're not blaming anybody. It just is. And
Yeah.
one of y'all needs to get some sleep. And we don't have time to even breathe, much less hold hands, much less sit by each other on the couch. And your body needs some exercise. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym and start taking protein. I'm not saying at all, but there's got to be some time when you put one of those kids in a stroller and head on down the street for 30 or 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or you do some body weights out on the you do some push-ups and sit-ups out on the porch and people look at you funny. All I have to say is this. I want you to develop a posture of not letting life happen to Steven, but I want this be the moment that you stand up and throw back your shoulders as the father of 2 tiny little girls and as the husband of a great, amazing wife. And say, I'm going to not go around these things that I'm scared about. I'm going to begin walking right freaking through the middle of them.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
good. That's good. Yeah.
And so I want you to be honest about what is my body trying to protect me from. We have a messy, scary, fragile financial situation. So, honey, this is going to be nuts. But I want us to go bananas over the next 24 months and pay off as much of this debt as we can, so that nobody owns our family. Right?
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know it is cool and hip and modern for if one person's up feeding in the middle of the night, we're both up. And that's just nuts because somebody has to have a clear head and a night of sleep.
Yeah.
You being a supportive, loving partner for your wife is incredible. You holding those girls whenever you can and you feeding those girls whenever you can, all that's amazing. And if you put your body on a path towards peace, your body's not going to be anxious in the moment. Your body is anxious, it's trying to get your attention. When you get on a path and you show your body, I'm back in the driver's seat, and somehow you scrounge together $2,000 extra dollars, and all suddenly that debt next month is 63, and the month after that is 61, and then 3 months from now there's a 5 in front of that number. Your body stops being so anxious because it knows you're driving again. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
You might be nervous, you might be scared, but you're not going to be anxious because you're driving again.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a copy of Building a Non-Anxious Life as my gift to you, okay?
Thank you.
And I want you and your wife to use that as a roadmap. Let's build a non-anxious life for our home. That doesn't mean we're never going to be anxious. That just means when we do get anxious, it's going to be our body trying to get our attention, and that's a good thing. But it's going to give you a step-by-step guide. Like, here's the things we need to look at for our home. And by the way, if you get on this path, and I've been here too, anxiety medication saved my life. There's a season I needed to do it. But it wasn't to avoid the realities of our finances, of our clutter, of my relationships, of my physical health. It just turned the alarm system volume down some so that I could go do those things. But if you find yourself, you're on the path, you're doing these things, and you're still anxious, dude, go talk to somebody, man. What an amazing time in history we get to talk to people. But there's a series of action steps, and we've just all been taught to go around the anxiousness, and dude, the only way to heal from that anxiousness is to go right through the middle of it. Building a Non-Anxious Life, it's my #1 best-selling book. I'm going to send it to you for free. Dude, I'm so grateful that you called. I'm also going to send you Questions for Humans decks, all 3 couples decks, because I don't want you to lose touch with your wife. And so maybe while she's feeding one of the kids and the first kid is asleep and the second kid's eating, y'all can pull out these cards and just do 2 or 3 of them just for fun. Just to remind yourselves we're still together on the same team. You're going to learn about each other while you're doing all this stuff. Last thing is, get 1 or 2 men in your life who are 4 or 5 years down the road. They have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old or a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old or whatever. And tell them, dudes, I'm going to text y'all 24/7, 365 when something comes up. A weird rash, a problem with my marriage, a weird thing that pops up. I'm going to text you guys, and I'm counting on you two to be my light in the darkness. I need a couple of men in my life just a little bit ahead of me. That's your job, is to find those guys. It could be at work. It could be at local church. It could be just down the street, and neighbors, whatever. If you have an older brother, even if you trust your dad, like, I'm going to text you. And I just need you to be like, yeah, you're on the right path. This is totally normal. Or this one, you need to give us a call. But dude, I'm proud of you, Stephen. Congratulations on this new baby. It sounds to me like your body's working pretty dang well. It's trying to get your attention. And so instead of running from that alarm, let's head right through the middle of it and begin looking for where those fires are. And we're going to start putting the fires out. We'll be right back. Have you ever hit a stretch where you're just off? Like you're showing up for everyone else, but inside you feel disconnected and anxious and overwhelmed. You can't catch your breath. You can't think straight. You can't shake that feeling that something's not right. If that's where you are right now, number one, you're not alone. And number two, I want you to dig into the 40-day challenge starting August 13th on the Hallow app. It's called the St. Michael's Lent. Now, don't let the name throw you. It's not about a bunch of religious rules. It's about newfound freedom. It's about reclaiming peace in a world that's constantly pulling us towards chaos, and about learning to fight back not with noise and not with hustle, but with quiet, with truth, and with prayer. Over these 40 days, you're going to learn how to reflect. You're going to learn from people like St. Francis of Assisi, who's a guy who walked away from success, comfort, and control to chase something real. And you'll walk through topics like pride and lust and envy and anger, not with judgment, but in a way that helps you see these things clearly and finally let them go. If you're ready to stop chasing and start listening and learn how to reflect, join me in this 40-day challenge. Right now, you get 3 months for free at hallow.com/Delony. I want you to go check it out. That's hallow, HALLOW.com/Delony. All right, Kelly, something cool happened. What is it?
Yes, so this
Dude, look at you. Hold on. You, earlier this morning, you had long sleeves on, and I could tell you flexed because you've been working out, and the sleeves just shot off your sweatery thing. That's amazing. Feeling Beefcake 2000.
Thank you.
There you see. Is that not a good thing?
Yeah.
I thought women want good arms.
We do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, you just blew the sleeves off your shirt.
Just
That's amazing.
Right off. Yep.
That's incredible. Good for you.
Anyway, so this is from Sarah in Maryland. And so this one's a little different. This is more some praise for some advice you gave, and that she's praising you for the good advice. Okay. So
that is different here. That anybody says anything nice to me. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Hey, John and team. Just like to reiterate.
You always put that in there, but whatever.
I just finished the May 23rd episode where John suggested to a dad to start a journal as a gift to his daughter on her 16th birthday. Now, as a 30-year-old daughter of a great man who journaled for the majority of his life, way before Delony, I cannot cheer you on enough in this advice. After his passing when I was 21, my mother handed me a few journals from the months leading up to and after my birth. What a cherished moment. I was able to see the vulnerable side of my father that I'd never experienced in my life. There was exhaustion, love, fear, and anticipation in his words. They have been something I have returned to over and over in the last decade of hardships fought and celebrations enjoyed, all without him. I could not stress to listeners enough. Take it from me firsthand. John is right. Your children don't want things, they want you. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. So, it's so good. I have not done that enough for my daughter, and I need to take my own advice on that. So Hank, he's 14 now. He's 15 now. My son, he's become obsessed with this show. He listens to it all the time. Like every time a new episode pops in, he's like, "Ooh, there's a new And at first, I thought he was making fun of me, and now I realized no, he's kind of into it. But we were walking the other day. Him and I were just walking out in the woods somewhere, and he said, "Hey, Dad, how do you know all that stuff?" And I looked at him. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "All that stuff that you like on your show. How do you know all that?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I've got doctors. Like, you know, that's what I do for a living." Here's what I saw him like slowly, like, oh, my dad's not an idiot. And my dad has like an inner life that I don't know about. And you know what I mean? Like, I thought you were the stupidest guy I know. And, And I realized one day he's going to see all the journals that I've written in and get to know his old man. But I realized I have kept a separate world in a weird way. And how much cooler would it have been to begin to let him know who his dad is, the things I'm scared about, things I'm happy about as we're going. And then I've got a 9-year-old, so I can make this one right with her. She's a little bit younger. But anyway, I love that idea of kids seeing that their parents were real 360-degree people and they had a great inner life. Those journals are amazing.
This was for a much shorter time, but we had somebody bought this for us before we went to Ukraine to adopt our son, our first one, and our first child. And it was a everyday while we were there for 6 weeks. So like I said, it was shorter, but it was every day while we were there. We did a journal about like what we did that day, how we felt about it, what was happening in the process, how we were feeling as things were, like the day we met him is in there, the day we decided, the day of court, the day we brought him home. But both of us wrote every day.
Dang.
And some of it's just about like, hey, we went to visit this today or whatever, or, we went to this weird restaurant and had weird food or whatever, but he loves that. We've given it to him in the past year or so of seeing kind of what we were going through and about how terrified we were. One of our forms was messed up and we didn't think we were going to bring him home and how that felt and all that. And he loves reading that. So having that for years at a time would just be like, I lost my dad at the same age she did at 21. And what a joy that would have been to have known that stuff. So that's fantastic. I love it.
Good call. Thank you so much for sharing that. And man, good on you guys. Let's give our kids a legacy, not only of like a checking account and life insurance, but possibly of our inner world too. Because I think it's going to make our kids feel a little bit more loved and a lot less alone. Love you guys. Bye.